Doing these videos keeps me motivated, and even though the work is hard and frustrating, I am constantly improving. At the moment, I'm highly motivated and almost too eager to not tell everything about the game. I am not usually going out for walks, but I have found it calming and I do need activity. Finding a balance is a key factor when doing anything long term. For the last couple of weeks, I have been learning how to animate in Clip Studio, and now I'll show you a short look around what I have done to this point. I made this DIY drawing glove to avoid friction when drawing, and it really helps to make smoother lines. Last time I showed you the prologue storyboard part 1, and I have been working with the scenes I created. So this is going to be an intro video for the Shorefield game chapter 1. Here is a time lapse of making one scene. The main character William has graduated from the Finnish upper secondary school, and in this scene he poses for a picture with his mother. And this was the first time I used many tools in Clip Studio animation, and it really took a long time to make this simple scene, even though there is barely any movement. I use Clip Studio for making the animation, and then I will edit the scenes in DaVinci Resolve. I have found it very good and it's free to use, and there are many features I want to learn how to use. And the things I can create with just these two softwares are almost limitless. I simply made the line art and then I colored the characters. And here I'm trying to figure how to animate. So I put them on different layers and started to make movement. And I'll show later some of the tools and features I used for making the movement in Clip Studio. I have watched a lot of tutorials on how to animate and how to do animation. And here, when animating the first scene, it was really by trial and error. Here I made the background, and I always make the backgrounds on separate layers, and I save them for later use, and also the characters. Okay, so here is one of my frames. I'm using this one feature in Clip Studio that if I have the character on a raster layer, I can move it like a puppet, and I do not have to draw every frame. This is going to make stuff easier for me. I can show you how it works. So I put these pins to the layer and make it a puppet, and then I can move it freely like this. This is going to make animating, at least for this style, very easy. But still, it requires a lot of work, because in animation, if you want it to be smooth, you have to make so many frames, like you can see here, just this little movement, and there is like 10 frames plus some copies. What I'm doing here, I'm putting these key things in the image on their own layers, so it makes it easier. For example, the hand is behind the gaming seat, and you can see the mouse hand moving there. In this scene, I wanted to make some changes to the work I had already done. So I cut some of the body parts on separate layers, and I tried using keyframes. Keyframes basically move object in the animation without making new frames. So here are the clips I have made so far. There are no sound effects added yet, and I'll still maybe change things, but you will get the idea. And you will see the whole prologue soon. There will be many other scenes, and the goal is to set an interesting start for the gameplay. I would like to hear what you guys think of the animation and the storytelling so far. After this semester, I'm going to take a year-long break from my studies and focus on this project as much as I can. This is really something I have dreamt of doing for so long, and I now want to focus as much energy as I can to this project. My dream and my goal is to someday do this as a professional. I have built a routine that helps me stay consistent. I wake up in the morning and go straight to work on my computer. The animating is very mechanic work, so I just need to put hours into it. I will keep posting randomly. I do not want to make this social media thing too serious because it will easily take the energy from making the game itself. But you can expect some posts coming soon around the prologue. Thank you for watching.